So Steam is facing a $900 million lawsuit. That's basically $1 billion. That could change gaming forever. That's insane. I'm gonna slap a like on her.
Steam just lost a major legal motion which can end up costing them close to $1 billion. But there's a whole lot at stake here, because right now this case is challenging the rules that Steam has set for PC gaming over the last 20 years. And this can actually reshape the entire PC gaming industry depending.
I think Steam is pretty much perfect and it's only getting better, and these giant corporations, they can't handle it, so they're going to do anything they can to try and kill it, or to slow it down, or shitify it in some way, get their hands all over it, possibly take it over or shut it down or something. They just can't allow it to exist because it's absolutely embarrassing them. They don't know what to do. They can't handle it, man. They make too much money and they don't have very many people working on it. They can't break through. I love Steam. I love Steam so much. I hope that they don't fail. I've been trying to buy more games on GOG. Those GOG sales, they're pretty good for those old games. I've been getting really into boomer shooters here recently. I bought Doom 1 and 2 and Duke Nukem 3D on Steam. Unfortunately, I didn't get them on GOG. Probably should. Because, seeming like Steam, they're really going hard after Steam.
Depending on how all of this plays out. So back in June of 2024, a woman named Vicky Shotbelt, who runs an organization that focuses on children's digital safety, she filed a lawsuit against Valve in the UK's Competition Appeal Tribunal. Vicky has spent roughly 2 decades working in digital rights advocacy, and for this case, she's even established a dedicated legal entity to represent the UK consumers through a collective action. And here in her lawsuit, she's going after Valve for roughly 656 million Great British pounds, which is about crazy. $900 million on the behalf of an estimated 14 million people in the United Kingdom who've purchased games and add-on content on Steam since June of 2018. Okay, first of all, that's insane. That's a crazy amount of potential claimants, because in practice, what this means is if Valve were to actually lose this case, the money wouldn't go to Vicky herself. In theory, the money would be distributed across roughly 14 million.
I think the point is to waste resources and time and make sure that they can do whatever they can to at least slow them down if they can't win, and waste money.
Million UK Steam users, which gives each user the grand sum of somewhere between 22 and 44 Great British pounds. That is just a theory of what could happen, not a guaranteed payout or split. But a key detail here is this kind of lawsuit in the UK is an opt-out, not opt-in, which means that if you're a UK resident who bought stuff on Steam during this time frame, you're already a part of this lawsuit, unless you specifically say that you don't want to be involved. Now, obviously, Valve were not going to just not fight back, so they filed to get this entire case dismissed before it could even go to trial, essentially arguing a whole bunch of technical points about why it shouldn't qualify as a collective action. They also said the methodology for calculating damages were also flawed, and that it would be impossible to properly identify who should get compensated, and the whole economic analysis behind the case just didn't hold up. The court, however, actually ruled with Shotbelt's team, and just a couple of weeks ago, the Competition Appeal Tribunal issued a ruling that rejected Valve's objections and greenlit the lawsuit to proceed. They acknowledged that, yeah, some of the economic analysis is complicated, but that's definitely not a valid reason to completely end the case at this stage. Now, the core argument of this lawsuit comes down to 3 major allegations, apparently all from how Valve uses Steam's massive market dominance. First up, so we have price controls. The lawsuit here claims that Valve enforces what's called platform parity obligations, basically rules that prevent game developers from selling their games cheaper on other platforms. So if you're a developer and you want your game on Steam, you allegedly aren't allowed to sell the game cheaper on any other platforms like Epic Games Store or on your own website than what it's sold for on Steam. Now, to somewhat verify that, Valve's public...
I could see how that'd be a problem. Yeah, they charge full price for a game, but they could be like, but hey, if you come over to Epic Games, we'll give it to you for $20 less. And all of our games are $20 less over there on Epic Games or our own service, whatever it may be. Who knows, man? Who knows?